Don't tempt the spirits, Meg.
Why do they listen so closely?
I don't know. I don't know.
Today's episode is going to feature a special ship called the Christmas tree ship. There was basically trees in every single nook and cranny of the ship. The next day, November 23rd, which is exactly 113 years ago from today of recording,
That's weird.
items belonging to the crew started to wash ashore, including Captain Herman's wallet.
Captain Santa.
As he reaches the wreck site, though, his dive light cuts out, so he's in complete
Ooh.
darkness.
I'm just a 200-year-old baby, okay?
Yeah.
Who has great like tactile, his fingerprints are just
Yeah.
so finely tuned.
So, to close us out, it wouldn't be complete, it wouldn't be Coast Files if I didn't have a little ghost story.
Oh,
I did not see this
So-
coming.
I know,
neither.
surprise! Merry Christmas! You get a ghost
Yay!
story.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ghost Files, your podcast for ocean mysteries and true crime. I'm Chantal.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Megan, and there's no lag.
No,
Yeah.
don't
Okay,
think
why
so,
did you have to
though.
say it out loud?
As soon as I said it, I said I
You say it at the end of the episode.
Yes.
Well, anything that happens is now on me. I get it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Actually, immediately as you said that, you went grainy on my screen. So
Don't tempt the spirits, Meg.
Why do they listen so closely?
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. I blame you and
Also-
your ghost app.
What is your red
Well, I
lipstick
haven't
that you're
used that.
wearing? Because it's flawless.
It is a tiny, tiny Sephora lipstick that I got for free. I can't even tell you how long ago.
Oh, that's
And I
very
don't wear
nice.
it because lipstick transfers so easily to everything, like everything. So I
Yeah.
never wear it. So
Is that
special.
that stick one?
No, not the
Oh.
stick one. It's a normal old-fashioned tube.
Okay.
But it's pretty, so I kept it
It
because
is.
it's good to have one.
Yeah. I know. I'm
Yeah.
going to a holiday party, and well, it's already passed as of the release date of this, but hopefully I've found a nice red lipstick to wear.
Well,
know
get
what?
that if you want that Forever Stay stuff that we
Yeah.
used at Megan's wedding,
Yes.
they have that's the
God.
red that I normally wear.
Okay, that
And
one's
you
really
can get
nice.
matte or you can get satin, and I think I want to get a
Mhm.
satin one next because
Okay.
I find that
Whoa.
the satin ones don't stay on as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, the matte ones stay on a lot better, and then by the end of the night, if you want to just throw a little gloss on it so your lips feel a little refreshed, you can do that, and then it's still good. So
I still have mine for my wedding. It's probably not good anymore, but I'm not going to get rid of it. So
oh, I don't believe that makeup goes bad, even though I know
Right.
that it apparently
I think
does.
it's all-
When it's gone
big-
bad, you know,
makeup.
like it just
Yes.
doesn't. It's dried up or
yeah.
doesn't work somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
You'll
I'm like,
know.
if it's still applying, it
Yeah.
still works, and it's not bad.
also
Yes.
get some like 99% isopropyl alcohol and spray
And
things
just clean
down
them up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Sanitize. If you have a tube of lipstick,
Sharpen
roll
those
it up.
pencils.
Sharpen the pencils, but like you can
Yeah.
you can wipe down and like your applicator, you can clean that. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. Makeup, it's all a big
Mhm.
scam.
As like they say, like perfumes are only supposed to be good for like 6 months or something like that too. I have a bottle of perfume that's
What?
been sitting there for probably about 4 years. It still
I
smells
wonder-
great.
I mean, it
Okay,
will
well, there you go.
lose scent over time, but if it still works,
But apparently, if it's actually not an eau de toilette and it's actually a perfume, the eau de parfum, however
So
you say it,
with
is
no water or very little water or
Yeah, if you get like the actual eau de, they're not supposed to lose scents like the eau de toilettes do.
'cause it's just like the
It's
water
even like when you
evaporating.
wear them, they stay on you for so much longer. Because the
Interesting.
Libre perfume that he got me a few years ago, like every time I wear that, people they
Mhm.
comment on it because it still smells so nice, even by like end of day.
it's good to know.
We're
I'm
just
not a big
educating
perfume
everyone
person,
here about really
so
important
I'm learning
stuff.
a lot.
I've gotten into perfumes more so after dating him because he's a big scent
Mm.
person. So he started like I had a couple, like I said, that have been there forever, and then he started buying me more perfumes, and I was like,
Aw.
oh, okay, I'm into those. I like it. I like smelling
Yeah.
good.
My husband.
Well, I mean,
has
you
a
do,
lot
but you like
too,
something
and
different than basic good. Like
Yes, yeah.
yes, scented really.
Eric wears
I
a lot.
also, yeah. He doesn't wear a lot, but like he has a collection. But I'm actually not really into scents. I find them like overbearing sometimes.
If I
So
ever
less
if I
is
go into a
more.
Bath and Body
Yes,
Works, I
yes.
sneeze right away. And Lush
Oh.
too. Love Lush, but I just have a little bit of
Yeah.
a like moment, and then I have to get out really quick. So when
I
it's one-on-one, I'm
also-
fine, but in the store, it's a lot.
Some of those are like toxic, I think. So I try to, if I'm going to wear one, I've probably researched it, and it's less toxic, maybe. I don't
Probably should do that anyway.
Joe Malone makes really nice ones. Joe Malone has
know.
really
Yes, they're
nice
very
scents.
highly scented though, so like just a little bit.
I didn't find one of my
spray
Joe
it
Malones
and then
actually,
run
I found
into it
wasn't
from
that
the other
bad.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
Yeah, right?
Just
Totally normal.
just spray it in the room beside you, and that's enough.
Mhm.
Think about the scent,
Yeah.
and that's enough.
Yeah.
Well, one scent I love this time of year is the scent of the pine tree, the Christmas tree.
Yay.
It's so and the smell of snow, the smell of cold air. You know that smell? Oh,
That's
I
not
love
my
winter sometimes.
favorite, but
I know. For you,
I
it's very
know.
hard. I
Yeah.
know. That's why you always find your way into some silver bells.
I just have to remind myself that we'll get through. It'll
Just
be
like
fine.
that
You don't-
that
you
thing
don't
you
like-
sent. Like it will be warm again soon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I
maybe,
don't mind
yeah.
cold around Christmas, but yeah, once January, February, March happens, I'm like, please make it end.
Once all the lights are taken off the houses,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm over
I'm ready
it.
to switch it back.
I think it should be
Yeah.
a rule that like people should have to keep their Christmas lights until March. Like
I need
think
full
that
cheer
should-
if I'm going to be
Yeah,
cold.
I do.
Like,
just for my mental health. Otherwise, I frankly can't go on. It's a
like
lot.
I do love when I see those houses that really are like, it's fine. Like maybe they took down the reindeer, but they still got all the Christmas lights on. I'm like, I appreciate you paying that
Yes.
power bill so much.
yeah.
Is it
because-
is it serotonin? That's like the hooray happy brain.
I mean,
chemical?
serotonin and dopamine both play a role in
Mhm.
it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Long story
But
short, we need it. So keep
Yeah.
your lights up, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, speaking of lights and trees, today's episode is going to feature a special ship called the Christmas tree ship.
Okay, wait. It's
That-
actually called the Christmas tree ship.
It's the nicknamed that.
Oh, still, that's so cute.
I actually brought a little tree for the episode. If you're watching our video, you can see my teeny
Just
tiny
in case
tree.
you didn't know what
Is
a
it a
tree
little
was.
sparkly?
It is
looks like it is.
sparkly.
Oh, it's red and green.
I got this from like a
Oh.
dollar store years ago, and it's still
Amazing.
cute.
Listen, don't sleep on the dollar store. Just you have to,
No.
sift through. But there's like Halloween. Obviously, half of my house is Halloween from dollar store. So
Yes, I wish there was a dollar store near closer by that I could go get my like wrapping paper and stuff. But unfortunately, it's a little far away. But I have my old Starbucks mug too, my hand warmer mug. So
even
Is that one of
if
the
it
ones that
wasn't
people would have
Starbucks, the
fought
shape
over
is
and
just so
like
good.
just being punched in the face over these bears that are happening? Would that happen with these mugs?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I
what?
think I've left the space where I get all the microtrends. Lindsay, it looks like a giant honey, like the bears that are full of honey, those like honey containers. It looks like
Yeah.
that, but it's for coffee. It has a hat
Oh,
on it,
well,
right, Chantel?
And
A green
yeah,
hat?
and I think a straw.
I was not harmed in acquiring this
No,
mug.
good.
No,
I bought it years ago.
Well, this thing, it looks cute. It's just like a plastic bear, like a iced coffee cup, and apparently people are lining up for hours and hours and fighting.
Okay. Well, mine is ceramic, so it's very
Yours
fancier.
looks cute and normal, and you can use it every year. Not this.
Yeah,
I also
I
really
didn't
appreciate
know this
mugs
was
that
fair.
are shaped that way because
cool.
it helps to keep them warmer for longer.
Oh,
Doesn't
good
let
to
it
know.
when they're
Smaller-
tapered. Yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't
Actually,
let as much.
Chantal,
like
yours is also tapered. Look at yours.
No, it's not. It's a giant.
But
It's
it's
slightly taped.
like, I
but
mean,
it's
like a
such
little
huge
teeny.
mug. Like it's not.
Yes.
This thing is lukewarm right now, guys. I actually did heat it up in the microwave
What?
3
Mine
times.
is getting lukewarm too, and I'm not
Yeah.
happy about it. But I'm not gonna leave to heat
Mid
it up.
recording.
See, Chantal just enjoys it no matter what, and Lindsay and I, we suffer through.
I know. I
I'm like, it's fine, I
noticed
tried.
people were like, debating who was maybe right or not in one of our Instagram posts, and I don't think it's Chantel that you like lukewarm, right? Or like
It's just that I accept
just
my fate.
you accept it. So that's why I'm like, people,
but I also
Chantal
can't
doesn't
have it too
prefer
hot.
this life. It just
No.
it happens, and she deals
Yeah.
with it.
I
Much,
won't
much
be like
better than
this
me.
coffee needs to be thrown out. I'll just
I
like
would
continue
never.
to drink
Yes.
it. But yeah, my preferred is like not too hot though, because like I said, my delicate little mouth palate. But like
Your human mouth.
I won't drink it straight from the coffee pot, but
Right.
I'll let it cool
That's
down
fair.
some. Yeah.
This is actually a gingerbread coffee.
Ooh.
Is it from
Nice.
Nespresso?
It is.
God damn, they're expensive and they're so tasty.
They are. They are. Well, should I get into my story today? If people,
Yes.
We can just
For
keep going
us,
about
we could go
virtually
about
nothing.
Christmas.
So yeah.
I'll be doing more Christmas activities later today. I bought this bracelet set to do with my daughter, and it's actually 6+, so that might not go well because she's 3.
Well,
But
you'll just do most of it. So
I mean, as
what's
long
the
as she
problem?
doesn't eat it, I think it's
yeah,
fine.
she won't. I think
No,
she
she's
likes
She's
past
past
that.
she likes bracelets, so I think it's gonna be fun.
Cute.
Maybe you guys will get one.
Okay, well, I would love that.
TBD.
Yeah.
All right. So today's episode is about the Christmas tree ship, the Rouse Simmons. So if you'd like to go actually to my first photo, we can take a little picture, see a little picture of the Rouse Simmons.
This is
This
such
is
a
a
Lindsay
schooner
photo. Just with the black
vessel.
and white
Yeah, old
schooner.
black and
Like,
white.
it's just- yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like a blue nose, so that makes sense because
It
it's a
does. Oh,
schooner. That's
yes,
what
I
it's
guess it
called.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this schooner vessel was built in 1868 by Allen McClellan and Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was named after a well-known politician, businessman of the time.
Business,
yes,
Does he do
businessman.
business things?
Yeah, exactly. Just waiting for you guys to say that.
We don't know anything about business, just that, you know.
Not a thing. Vadim's learning about business. He will teach us about
Oh,
business. I've
Well,
been
if
making
he
fun
does
of
well, we will
business
name a
things.
schooner after him one day.
There we go.
Oh,
Perfect.
obviously.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah.
It was made to transport lumber across the Great Lakes. So that was a very big business of the time. The ship had 3 masts. It was 123.5 feet long, or about 17 shacks,
Thank you.
Oh,
and
thank you.
27 feet across, almost 4 shacks.
Damn.
So-
I mean,
That's- yeah,
God,
that's
they're
good.
so like skinny though, which I mean, that's probably making them go faster.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's not a huge ship. So, but for those listening, just picture a ship with lots of sails and 3 masts, and it's made of
and very,
wood, I assume.
very, very pointy. Not like
Yes.
not like the 1700 pirate ship types, big square.
Yes.
Everything's kind of not rectangular, triangular on the ship.
Yeah, it looks a little more
Mhm.
friendly than a pirate ship, I guess.
Way
Like,
more friendly.
you know, a little more approachable.
Hi, ship. I feel like I can only talk to you because you're kind of more like chill and more
Yeah.
I
pointy.
feel safe.
And this,
For now.
as we go on, you'll definitely feel like this ship was, doing good work. So at this time, sail ships were very popular, as you probably know from my previous episodes.
I remember
Just
every
how-
single thing you've ever said.
So clearly.
I know, right?
I thought about for the New Year's episode. I was like, should I just do a bunch of questions on stuff that we've covered before? And I was like, we'll all fail, even if it was our
No,
topic.
That would be terrible. People would
As
know
soon as
how...
I'm done telling the story, I purge all the information from my
Yeah.
head. I don't remember
we
anything.
do a hard reset after each episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were used at this time to transport goods across the Great Lakes. Like I said, lumber was one of those major commodities. And the Rouse Simmons would make several trips across the lake, usually carrying lumber from Grand Haven, Michigan to Chicago. Ever heard
Your
of it?
other hometown.
No.
Chicago. No, it doesn't sound familiar.
So just 3 years before the Rouse Simmons would be made, a future captain was born, and his name was Herman Schuenemann.
Herman,
I had to
beautiful.
spell this word several times for this episode, and it got me every single time.
Baby Herman.
How does he spell his last name?
Schuenemann. But just when I see it,
God.
I'm just like, oh, I can't say
Yeah.
it.
No.
Schuenemann.
That's yeah.
Yes,
Herman.
Herman. I know.
Herman S.
Captain Herm. He was born in
Herminator.
Wisconsin. Oh. He was born in Wisconsin, one of 6 children, and he had an older brother named August, who he'd be very influenced by because August ended up working on the Great Lakes. He's very familiar with the water, and
I also love that name,
little
by the way,
Hermie took
August.
after his big brother. Yeah,
No.
I know. I like Augie.
Oh, Augie.
cute.
That's cute.
Yeah. So Captain Herman Schuenemann and his brother August, I might just say Captain Herman moving forward.
That's totally
I
fine
think
with me.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. They moved to Chicago in 1885 to start a business because Chicago was one of the busiest ports in the entire world at the time, and there was lots of opportunity there. So they excelled pretty well because they were good in business, good businessmen, and they were pretty good on the water as well. So overall, they were doing well. They were living still modestly, like not poor, not super rich, but they were, making a name for themselves and succeeding in life. So the next photo is actually a picture of Captain Herman in the center with two of his crew members.
Mm.
This photo's awesome.
So
They just
old
look
timey.
like,
My
yeah.
You
God.
can see some trees in the
Some Christmas
background.
trees.
I do see some
Some
trees.
pines.
Yeah, so it's three gentlemen, black and white,
Okay.
wearing captain hats.
The guy on the left looks like, oh my God, what's his name? That talk show host. But imagine a mustache on him. Jimmy Fallon. It looks like Jimmy Fallon with a mustache.
Hold
Yeah, I
on.
could see that.
I need to zoom in to this photo.
I'm not zoomed in. I'm from far away, and that's what I think.
It's definitely that was the mustache of the time, that really long.
Oh, sorry. I was
downward
looking at the wrong
pointy-
guy. 100% yes.
Yes, he looks like Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, with a mustache.
He does, honestly. That's so weird.
Past life, Jimmy.
Jimmy, did you know?
Did you know you were on the schooner?
So one of the busiest times of the year for the brothers was actually between Thanksgiving and Christmas because they partook in the Christmas tree business during this time, and it was very profitable, or could be.
That's so cute. Wait, so like involving the ship?
Yes. So what they would do is they would travel to Michigan and get all these trees, cut them down, and bring them back to the city on the ship.
That's so cool.
So it was a pretty good business at the time because most of those transportations were happening via sail ship.
Mm.
God, I bet it smelled so good on that boat.
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas trees were
Probably a lot of
becoming really
squirrels.
popular from the mid 1800s. I feel like, I know we just already talked about we erase memories, but
Mhm.
Yeah, it
think
was like literally a
last
year ago that we talked
episode
about
that, yeah, you talked about the history of the Christmas tree a little bit.
It's
I
fairly
think.
new. Like it's a lot newer than people would think. Like it's
Mhm.
well, maybe a little more than 200 years old, but like it wasn't like everyone had a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Yeah.
even if you're not really religious, like Christmas now has moved past religion in so many aspects. And it's just like
Mhm.
the holiday itself is its own thing.
Well,
And the
even
tree,
for
pagan, obviously.
even for like where they don't celebrate Christmas, Vadim's family, they still have a New Year's Eve tree.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah.
You don't have to celebrate Christmas to have a tree. Trees for
Hell
everyone. They're
no.
so cute and
And
pretty.
and again, it's so cool that
Mhm.
a bunch of weirdos, like, thousands of years ago, were like, we were gonna pray to the earth gods, and now we're still decorating trees. We're cutting down living things and bringing them inside,
Mhm.
putting lights on them, which is a lot safer than
Yes.
candles, which is what they used to do
Yeah.
in Victorian times.
Yeah, put real
Actual
candles on each
candles.
branch.
This
See how
on this
goes.
dying tree that's getting
On
drier
this
and
super
drier
dry
and
tree.
drier.
We've come a long way. So,
Yes.
either way, very popularity growing Christmas trees. It was estimated that around up to maybe 24 ships would make these regular routes to collect trees and bring them back to the city. So August became a leader in this space, and with the help of Herman, they really established a strong business here. By the 1890s, they were known, and they were selling their Christmas trees on the docks of Chicago.
That's
So
so
one
cool.
winter in 1898, first downer of the episode,
Okay.
August brought a small team with him on the schooner S. Thal to bring back 3,500 trees to Chicago. Herman had just fathered twin girls about a month earlier, so he didn't join him on this journey, which luckily for him worked out because the ship encountered a very terrible storm and it sunk, killing all on board.
Oh my
So,
God.
Yeah, it's a really sad year.
Oh my
So
God.
this left
That's so
Herman,
sad.
yeah, this left Herman to handle the business by himself moving forward, which was no easy task. He was always trying to change up his business to make things more profitable. So his crew would sail further north to get better prices for trees. But this, of course, came at a cost because the waters were rougher and you were going through worse weather to do so. He had one of his ships sank at one point, which, luckily he didn't pass away at this point, but it was definitely a very dangerous business. So he ended up purchasing new, larger ships that would be more dependable, which eventually led him to becoming a partial owner in the Rouse Simmons around 1910. And it made much more sense for him to be a partial owner versus buying ships outright because they're very expensive. And so you kind of profit share a little bit to, share the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So many merchants, like I said, were making business selling Christmas trees at this time, but most of them would sell them to wholesalers who then would distribute the trees. So Captain Herman opted for a different business model, the direct-to-consumer option. So he'd have his little, basically a pop-up shop on the dock, and you could sell
Love
it
it.
directly to the citizens of Chicago. So he's
Pop-up
able to
shops
keep.
are so in.
I know, it's so cute, right? Especially Christmas
It's
ones.
very hallmark of him.
Very. I think he was onto something. So this allowed him to keep their costs low and sell to the locals at a great price. And it also really helped him with that cost cutting of his business because, like I said, it could be profitable, but if anything happened, like one of your ships sunk, like that would totally take away any
That's
profits
everything,
you had
yeah.
from that trip, right? You had to pay a lot for your crew. He ended up having his own crew to help him collect the trees and bring them back. So he still had to pay them either way. So it's just, it was a very probably chaotic business to be in, I guess.
Well, and maybe if you're like a, millionaire twice over or whatever, it's like no big
Mhm.
deal. But he's doing well, but it's still all dependent on everything else. Like he's not wealthy where this is like for fun, Like
No,
his
yeah.
wealth is directly tied to him currently and always making money.
Yeah, I think he just really loved doing this. It was a work
That's
of
nice.
passion, like us doing this podcast for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
which
was
is
By the
love.
way, if you want to go on that coffee page,
Yes, we would
please.
take money. But
Who's gonna pay for Lindsay's espresso gingerbread coffees?
Guys,
Help
we've got to
us.
show you what my computer looks like.
Yes,
Oh,
Chantal's
yeah.
computer is hanging on by a thread.
Literally a
Literally
thread.
a
The
little bit of
screen is
plastic.
about to fall off.
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't even want to touch it when I was in town because I
And
didn't
it's
want to be the
gotten
one who
worse.
I didn't even
know,
look at it. I'd make direct eye contact
took it
because
over
I
the
knew.
hump.
I'm worried about that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't stare at it too hard. Let's get Chantal a new laptop.
That's going to be the next goal on coffee page.
Yeah, please. Please. So he actually called his business the Northern Michigan Evergreen Nursery, and he set up shop usually in the southwest corner of the Clark Street Bridge, which is actually right by the site of the SS Eastland disaster, if you remember that tragedy.
Oh my
I'm never gonna
God.
forget that because
That
it was
one
like
we don't forget.
because they were so close to everything being normal, and it was like,
Yeah.
whoa, let me just flip over real quick.
Yeah, that was like to be right like at the dock and something like that to happen is just
If you haven't
It's
listened to that
still-
one, it's a downer, but it's still fascinating. So listen to it.
every time I walk along the river walk, I think about it. So
That's crazy, man.
yeah. Luckily this story will end on an upper, I think. So,
Okay, good.
Okay.
yeah. I won't take us down that road
For
again.
once.
So, in better news, Captain Herman, like I said, become quite a hit on the docks of Chicago with his Christmas tree ship. He was also very generous. He would give away trees to churches and those who could not afford one. So he really
Aw.
was very
Herman,
sweet man.
he just had the Christmas spirit in him.
I know. He would prioritize being a good person really over profits, and he was happy to see families in need get that Christmas tree, and he really made a big impact on the people of Chicago. So these
Herman.
acts gave him the nickname Captain Santa.
Oh,
I know, isn't that cute?
Hallmark, are you listening?
right? How has this not been written yet?
Make this movie.
I know, this should be a movie. Like I would watch it.
I would
Um,
100% watch this.
And he was proud to be known as Captain Santa. I think it just
Captain
warmed his
Santa.
heart. He also had 3 young daughters, and they would help him like with in the lower decks of his ship making wreaths and things like that. So it's a little bit of a
Aw,
family business.
He's
I
a girl
know.
dad.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was really sweet that he wasn't just motivated by profits like a lot of
Mhm.
I just
businesses.
realized this is the good Herman of Chicago. Because there was a
Mm.
bad
Oh,
Herman
right.
that
I know I
Lindsay
yeah.
covered.
That's right. This is the good one, guys.
All
You know what?
right.
I-
Don't get
I
them
didn't-
confused.
I didn't like the name, but I think if the person's good, the name grows on you. Because this Herman,
Yeah, Herman itself,
seems
you
fine.
think like when I hear Herman, I think loving old man.
like
In
smushy,
general.
good,
Mhm.
nice. And then you get other people that change their names. He changed it to a better name, but he was a horrendous
Yes.
monster.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
a bit of a different vibe here.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
each
this
one
Herman
tells
should be
much.
happy that the other one changed his name.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Given a bad name to
He
Herman.
did his murdering under a different name. Okay?
Yes, there we go.
He knew
Yeah.
Herman wasn't, capable of
This,
doing that.
this
but
wasn't
no.
right.
Herman could never.
So this leads us to the sad part of our story.
No,
So-
you said it was going to be okay.
It is going to be okay down the road. Okay.
God, okay.
So like I said, Captain Herman ended up owning partial interest in the Rouse Simmons, and the reason the ship was so great was we could carry up to 5,000 trees as long as they were kept
Wow.
dry and free of ice. It could support the weight. Unfortunately, the Rouse Simmons was getting pretty old, and it really wasn't the ship it once was. So on November 22nd, 1912, the captain would depart with somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 trees on board.
Do you mean Captain
Uh,
Santa?
Yes, Captain Santa,
Oh, no.
along with a man named Captain Charles Nelson, a small crew of sailors, and I guess there was also some lumberjacks he invited who probably helped
Hot.
him with the trees, and he was like, "I'll give you a free ride back to Chicago."
Aw.
So they set sail to bring those trees to the city. They tied numerous trees on board the deck of the ship, and there was basically trees in every single nook and cranny of the ship. Some actually said it looked like a little floating forest when they saw it on the water. So just to give you
Sounds
an idea
quaint.
of how many
Okay.
trees are on
Yeah.
this ship.
I'm ready to get really upset.
So as we all know, November is not a great time for the lakes.
Straight
So-
up the worst time, actually.
It's the worst. And on this day in 1912, which also 1912,
Bad year for ships.
not a great year. And unfortunately, it wouldn't be a great year for the Rouse Simmons either. So they set sail, a storm approaching the next day, November 23rd, which is exactly 113 years ago from today of recording,
That's weird.
Oh, my God.
which is a coincidence. I
This
just
is not the
realized
first time that's
that.
happened, by the way, that we've done a
No.
case and like it's on a very close date or it's like an
Yeah.
anniversary or something. What does that mean?
I know. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be presenting on the anniversary date. So those listening, obviously it's coming a little later, but as the day of us recording,
That's weird.
November
Mhm.
23rd. So very weird. The ship would be spotted around 2:50 p.m. on this date off the shore of Kewanee, Wisconsin. The flag was at half mast, indicating that they were in trouble. This is the universal sign of distress.
I don't know if I ever knew that. You must have said that before in an
I'm
episode
sure
previously.
we've said it at some point.
Wow.
But
Because,
I mean,
like,
they
you
do
know-
that. They do that a lot, even with flags. Like now, like if big things are happening in certain countries,
Yeah.
they'll lower
But
the
to me,
flag.
that's
normally
different.
on, like,
So
Parliament
half
and stuff
mast
like
is a
that.
sign of like loss and respect or something. So
Yeah.
like on land, I get it, but on a
Yeah.
boat, I would never think that half mast meant
Mhm.
like danger, danger. That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It's very visual.
Mhm.
Like you would see that from land if you were another ship. But
yeah.
oh, I don't like this. Okay.
So unfortunately, their tugboat was not at port, so they couldn't go out right away, and they lost sight of the ship very quickly because, again, storms,
Mhm.
snow. It just wasn't, the visibility was really bad. At 3:10, there was another sighting near Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and a boat was launched to rescue the ship, but with the storm, snow, and it was getting darker and darker, they couldn't locate the ship again. So sadly, this
Damn.
was the last time it would ever be seen above water.
Oh my God.
So like everyone on board.
Yes. Yes. So back in Chicago, Captain Herman's wife, Barbara, and his daughters were getting concerned and more concerned by the day. They'd hoped the schooner may just be delayed and maybe it
Mhm.
had to take shelter for a small period of time. But after
Yeah,
several days passed, they just knew the worst had probably happened.
My God.
Items belonging to the crew started to wash ashore, including Captain Herman's wallet, along with some Christmas trees and remnants of trees. So,
Oh my God.
His
Oh.
wallet washed up.
yes.
That gave me chills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So at this point, they knew the fate of the ship, and unfortunately, we don't know exactly what happened. But the
Mhm.
ship was in poor shape. There was a storm.
He was way down with
It was way
5,000
down, and
trees.
the
Like,
snow and ice could have, clung to the trees and just added to that weight.
I always imagine too, like, it's stormy and you just hit a wave at just the right point where the ship is low, wave is high, enough water gets in, and it's like that's all that it takes. And it's weighed down, right, with all these trees, so it's lower than
Yeah.
normal or lower than it would be.
Exactly. And we're going to get into a little bit of some other theories in a
Okay.
second as well.
Captain
So
Santa.
it wasn't exactly clear how many people were on the ship at the time of the loss. We know that was Captain Herman, Captain Nelson, as well as a group of sailors and the lumberjacks that I mentioned. So they estimate the total to be 16 people. It could be, but it could vary a little bit. We just don't have an exact record. So after the tragic passing of Captain Herman, his wife and daughters continued that family business in his honor. So, and as time went on, of course, we stopped using sail ships for transporting goods as much because we have trains and
Probably
land
safer.
transportation became, the way to do it. It was a lot cheaper and obviously probably safer too, to go by train.
However, if we ever get into like train accidents, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I would say yes, it's safer than being on the water, I'd imagine.
Yeah, especially in November on the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
So by the end of the 1920s, the sail ship era had ended for the most part. However, the daughters would still sell the trees on the boat. They would just bring them in by train usually and kind of load them on the boat as tradition. So I thought that was really cute. And their mother also helped, and she was affectionately known as the Christmas tree lady. So
That's so
it sounded like she was
cute.
also very loved, and just like her husband. So his family definitely took it on his honor and continued that, and supported the people of Chicago with their Christmas trees. So I thought that was just really sweet that they did that in memory of him.
It's just sad. Like I couldn't, God, having a whole family, a young family, and then you lose your brother, and then you yourself then are taken in almost the identical way. Like that's just so
Yeah.
freaking sad.
And he'd been doing this for almost 30 years at this point. So,
Wow.
you probably that far in, you're like, I've
The odds, of
the
something
odds.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it could happen, but you probably don't think about it.
Do you have any idea how old his kids were when he died?
Yeah. So his oldest daughter would have been about 20, I think. And
Oh,
then he had
okay.
twin daughters who were in their teens, like maybe they were 15 or something. Like they were old enough to kind of help. Like I said, they kind of made wreaths and things like that. And they helped
I
the
just
family
assumed child
business.
labor laws like didn't matter. So like they could have been 6 for all I knew.
Yeah.
She saw like 4-year-olds down
Yeah.
there. Just
Like tell me I'm wrong though.
Yeah, I think they were old enough to help.
It's just it's sad no matter what age, but I guess
Yeah.
to be to at least like know your father, because I thought maybe if they were like really really young, then they never got to even know him. But either way,
Yeah,
it's
no, it
sad.
sounds like they really knew him and they understood the impact that their family business had in the community. So
Okay, well, freaking sad, but okay.
yeah. And remember, it was because of the birth of his daughters that he likely didn't go out on that ship
the first
Oh
one.
my
with
God,
his
yeah,
brother,
that's-
right? So they might have saved him from that fate happening
And he
many
had
years earlier.
another 15 years or something.
Yeah, yeah. So in 1971, a scuba diver named Gordon Bellrich
Lightfoot.
was Gordon Lightfoot. Imagine.
God, yeah, that would make sense.
He
though.
actually wrote the song about the wrong ship.
Yeah. He was like, it was supposed to be the Christmas tree show.
That's why there's a whole like line about the Christmas trees. Yeah, he just
there-
confused.
Yeah.
Gordon.
I know. If he were still here, I'd be like, write the Christmas tree ship song too.
I would listen to his album all just about shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. Like what a great album that could be.
I know. So he was out on Lake Michigan near Two Rivers, Wisconsin. As I mentioned earlier, it was the last sighting. But he was searching for a different wreck. It was the steamship called the Vernon, which had sank in 1887. And he received a tip from local fishermen who kept claiming that their nets would get stuck around this area. So it was a good indication that there was something down there that was in the way. So he used his sonar and he did pick up on something about 170 feet down in the dark water. So he dives to the wreck site, which by the way is in October, which must be pretty
Cold.
cold. As he reaches the wreck site, though, his dive light cuts out. So he's complete
Ooh.
darkness. So that to
Creepy.
me is terrifying. But he is
no.
obviously braver than me, and he stays down
No.
there, and he actually uses like his hands to feel around to investigate
Oh
the
my
wreck.
God.
No, I would have had water just flood my lungs and I would have died so quick just with
I'm like
the
darkness.
shock of
I'm
being
like,
in
where's
darkness.
up? Like I don't know. Like I
No.
would. And it sounds like there's like almost no light here. So
Oh
like,
my
I don't know.
God.
Maybe there's the tiniest bit. Like I don't know. How
Well,
he did it.
Chantel would know. I mean,
Yeah,
Well, I
Chantel,
mean,
I
it
feel like
depends how deep down it is, really. But if
It's
he needed a light,
170
he's
feet. So
well. I mean, we're all it's not in the
But it's
ocean. He's
October,
definitely
so
at
it's
like
obviously
yeah. I was gonna say October, depending on how much sunlight there is. But if he needed a light, he obviously couldn't see a lot down there at that point.
right. It was probably very minimal, if at all. Plus, it's also like murky down there. So that's
Yeah.
going to add to the
And this is
poor
like a special
visibility.
dive too. If it's 170, isn't it? Isn't like recreational 130 or something like that?
you're the expert
Yeah.
I'm
in this case.
not an
I know.
expert, but
I know, but like, listen, you are.
But if anyone's going to know, though,
I'm
it's
pretty
gonna
sure it's
be you.
I think it's that recreational maximum, but that would just mean that he would need different
Yes.
type of tanks. But I also don't know if it's different in lakes versus sea versus cold versus
We'll
because
have
I know
to
that you have to
re-listen
get
to
like
our own
special
episodes.
cold. I
I
know,
know.
right? I know you have to
How-
get special like cold water dive certificates as well. when you're
that
going
that I
into
heard because
certain-
I have a friend of mine who had to do that. I just want to know
Yeah.
how many martinis had he drunk in terms of his oxygen,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, you're right, Chantel. It's around 130 feet.
Okay,
for
yeah.
recreation.
See,
Recreational.
don't doubt yourself. You know
Yeah,
this
I
stuff.
you
always
know.
doubt
Often.
myself constantly. I say as soon as I say anything, and I'm like, wait, that wasn't.
Well,
that
we
couldn't
never
be
doubt
right.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I blindly just trust everything.
I know.
You
I don't even
say.
go to doctors anymore. I'm like, what's Chantel say?
I haven't seen a doctor in 30 years.
I'll consider doctor's advice if Chantel
It's like go
thinks
to the
it's
doctor.
wise. Yes, but first
Fair.
up is always Chantel.
Your hand is missing. Go to the doctor.
Yeah, but like
It'll grow
That
back,
can't
right?
fix it.
Oxalotls, we're all the same.
newts, some lizards.
Yes, still, I prefer you. So,
Okay, I get it.
anyway, so like I said, he's basically surveying the ship with his hands in the dark, and he concludes he has not found a steamship but a schooner.
he does
I
it all
don't
by
know.
feel with like
Wait.
gloves on.
Hold on. This
I'm
is
like, you must have been down there a while. I guess he didn't, he's like, this feels all, I don't know. There's no.
this is screaming schooner to me. I can
Yeah.
tell.
Maybe because it felt more woody than it did. Because wouldn't
Maybe.
steamships be more so like metal? Maybe I don't know.
Well, I don't think I'm bleeding. Therefore, it could be
there
wood.
was. Yeah. So anyway, he figured it out somehow.
Just like the story he's telling is bullshit. He probably like
He
I don't
had
know,
that
but
light.
yes,
Well-
and I could tell just by the sense of it that it was a schooner.
I put my
Most
mouth
times
around
shipwrecks
it.
to me look like it's hard to distinguish anyway. It's like ship
Well,
shape, sort of.
You're not Gordon.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gordon can just touch
Yeah.
something and tell
Only
what kind of
Gordons
ship it
can
is.
be so good at this. So
God damn it.
immediately though, he thought this must be the Rouse Simmons based on the location.
Wait, I'm getting a sense. Christmas trees. Pines.
Because
Wait, it's the Rouse
He must be
Simmons.
an expert in this area.
Maybe Herman's
Gordon.
ghost came and spoke to him in underwater.
I would believe
He
that
filled
more.
in all the
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
Hey, just by the way, hi, my name is Captain Herman, and it's actually my ship. It was called the something Simmons, whatever Lindsay just said. I forget.
yes.
Rouse Simmons.
Yes. Actually, Herman lit up all the trees on the ship for him.
There
so-
you go.
that-
That's exactly what happened.
Okay,
Yeah,
that-
he's like,
that
oh,
makes more sense.
Christmas
Would be a
tree,
cool
Christmas
image.
tree ship.
Okay, I can't
did
wait
it.
to make the art for this episode
There
because that
you
would
go.
be fucking crazy.
So you can actually take a look at my next photo, which is an aerial view of the wreck.
Oh,
that Gordon here
wow, that's
Oh,
cool.
Looked
That's
at with
so
his
spooky.
hands.
And oh
It
my
is
god, it almost
spooky.
looks like there is a bunch of like Christmas lights hanging down around. But I know it's
Logs.
just like that would be the sterns or the masts and things like that are probably hanging around there with
Yeah,
the rope.
see, the
but it
masts
almost
are-
looks like Christmas trees.
Like fallen in front.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. It's in
This is
such
so
good
cool.
condition, kind
Yeah.
of like the silhouette, and then the deck for the most part, like it's very clearly a ship. Like there's no doubts about it.
Yeah,
When
it was
we've seen
preserved
some-
pretty well. Remember, because lakes
Yeah.
don't really eat away at the ship like they do
and
in
it's
ocean
and it's not
water.
as what the currents are not even close to what an ocean would be, so it kind of just gets to chill out for
This is
hundreds
so
of years.
crazy.
Yes.
And
Wow.
the way this photo is stylized too, it just is very eerie. Like it's very kind of spooky.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool to remember that the SS Atlantic that I talked about that
Mhm.
sunk off Nova Scotia, but that was in the ocean, so all the wood was like gone.
Really,
Well, and
yeah.
it fell down like an underwater cliff,
Yeah,
from
it
what I
kept kind of
recall.
Yes.
sinking. But all that was left was like the metal components, really, at this point.
Yes.
Whereas this one, the Great Lake, it's quite well preserved.
That's
Sounds neat.
amazing.
Yeah.
This photo is wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somewhere, I forgot to dig into that more, but like they actually like saved some tree from it or something. So it was like not with all the the branches and the
This
greenery,
is my
but
vintage Christmas tree. It's just a log now.
just
but
from like a shipwreck.
it's
So
it's gonna
yeah,
be
I
my
saw
new
a picture
banister.
of one with just like it's like a twig tree or something. It
Yeah,
said it
but
was
it's
from
vintage, so
Yeah.
it's
vintage.
expensive.
Yes. So in 2006, there was a survey of the wreck launched by the Wisconsin Historical Society that noticed the Rouse Simmons anchor chain and masts, like I said, were lying ahead of the ship, which led them to the theory that the ship may have been two-way down at the bow, which caused it to nosedive in the frigid waters that day in 1912.
Mm.
So another theory is that maybe the crew tried to drop that anchor in the ocean to try to just wait out the storm.
Mhm.
But that, along with maybe some deck integrity issues, they could kind of tell that some of the decks seemed a little wonky. It could have led to an instability with the weight of the trees and kind of pushing it forward on the bow, causing it to kind of nosedive down and
such a
sink
scary
beneath the waves.
visual.
Yeah. And I bet it's something like I know we saw that reenactment video of what might have happened to the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. Again,
Mhm.
Well, that's what I was thinking about. Just
yeah, it could have
it's
happened
a slow,
fast.
big wave, and then one or two, and then
Right.
it's like it doesn't take long. I mean,
And there
based
wasn't any
on-
time for them to put out a signal or even let people know.
Oh.
I think it just all happened fast. My best guess is that's probably what happened here too. It's just maybe one wave, just it was too much and things just all fell apart.
And okay, so
Mhm.
now this is not for passengers, and obviously the same sense like it is for cargo, but they
Mhm.
would still have to have like lifeboats and like life preservers.
Well, it was
would have
different. The
to.
rules were different back then.
Yeah.
But
I remember
even
this was the same year as a Titanic, but those laws I don't think passed until
and I understand
after
too, like
the
it's very
state.
different if your goal is to have thousands of people on
Mhm.
board versus 16 people, but there still would have to be stuff like
Yeah. I
There'd
don't
probably
know for
be one or
sure,
two,
but there's
but-
probably a small lifeboat at least for the crew. But again, there was maybe 16
happened so
people on
fast.
this ship.
Well, and
so-
if the waters and the storm was so bad that they kept losing sight of the ship so quickly,
well,
that
shit is right.
even if they put it in the water, like what
Yeah.
they're gonna survive in a little lifeboat in the water?
Yeah, they would have
No.
much safer on the bigger boat.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
why
yeah.
he upgraded to these bigger boats in the first place, because the smaller boats, not only could they not carry as many trees, but they just weren't as reliable in these weather conditions that he was
Mhm.
navigating.
If anything, their best bet would have been to just start pushing trees over the edge.
Yeah, like I'm
just
shocked.
to get
Well,
the
you know
weight
what?
off, but it might
But
have been
maybe-
too late by that point.
Yeah, but
I
and maybe they
actually-
did do that. And
I actually
they
read that
just-
2 people were on deck trying to do that and they got swept off.
Oh,
But
my
I
even
don't know how
before it
they-
all went down. Holy crap!
I don't know.
yeah, how would they know
There's no
that?
one survivors.
Yeah.
I thought I read it somewhere, but I'm like, how would you know? I don't know.
That was a
What
very
were you-
fictionalized. Yeah.
Like, were you there? How
Yeah.
are you telling us the story?
So I was like,
Are you
so I
God?
didn't put it in my notes. I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I have no facts to back that up. But
Yeah.
um,
It's like sometimes when you hear these like stories and it's like, this is what happened in between these two people. And you're like, then
How do you
she
know that?
died. And you're like, but how do you know? Like the killer didn't tell you that. So
yeah, really all we know is what we know from the shipwreck, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I was reading that. It's always so, if you do find a shipwreck, which, obviously we just find
Let's
them
hope
all the
one day we
time.
will.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed. It's really important to not just take things or touch things because, for one, it's a gravesite. But second,
what
you
if I
want to be
really
able
wanna...
to get the full picture. It's like a crime scene, right? Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
go in and start touching and messing things up. Or you
Well,
shouldn't.
I
Well,
mean,
not anymore.
Gordon touched this all over it. Apparently,
Yeah, he touched
touched
every-
the
his
body
fingerprints all over it.
it.
Were you to blame?
Yeah,
Gordon.
Gordon.
How old are you, Gordon?
Well, I was like 200 years old. What do you mean? It's totally normal.
I'm just a 200-year-old baby. Okay.
Yeah. He would actually only need to be 100.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well,
you
I
know.
mean,
less.
but he could have been
But
born
yeah,
way
he
before.
could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He's a 200-year-old baby. Died of a scuba diver.
Who has great like tactile, his fingerprints
Yes.
are just
Yeah.
so finely tuned.
Yeah.
He can touch it, be like, it's a wooden schooner.
Yeah.
Wooden
Rouse
schooner.
Simmons, Christmas tree
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could just tell. Oh, so you can actually look at my next photo, which is pretty cool. It goes to show how well
Ooh.
preserved.
Wow, it's
That
really
looks like
not
they
as
got a lot of light down there.
Yes, but this obviously,
I mean, it could have been
I
brightened
mean,
up some.
yeah.
and I assume most people are gonna die of an optimal, maybe summer.
Unlike
Yeah.
Gordon, who's like
October.
midnight,
Yeah.
perfect time.
Midnight.
Let's
November.
go.
Let's go. Yeah. So it is pretty well preserved today.
Yeah, big time.
And this is actually really sweet. If you go to my next photo, there's local divers that place a Christmas tree on its bow
That's
every
so
year
cute.
to honor the legacy of those lost.
Wow, this is in such good condition.
It's
I
crazy.
know.
Like look at the chains
Look at the
coming
rope.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it is crazy.
Lindsay, those must be the masts at the bottom right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because they had
Look how
fallen
thick they are.
forward off the bow.
Yeah.
So again, that probably downward motion, and they broke. And
This ship is in
Wow.
such good condition. It's
So
crazy.
good.
Like
Yeah.
it has no deck whatsoever. But aside from that, it
Yeah.
looks it looks like
Yeah.
you'd have to just scrub it.
It looks
and
like a
then they
ship.
could-
Some
Yeah.
shipwrecks
Yeah.
don't.
No, they're just like
No.
it's just the debris field. This looks
This is
like they're just
crazy.
got placed
Yeah,
gently on
I
the
know. It looks
bottom.
like it just
Mhm.
kind of like, and then it was in the water. Like it's just.
It
That's
feels like
nuts.
it would be diveable, which I know realistically 170 feet down is still quite far.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the guys in the last
But-
photo had like all their gear on, like for cold
Right.
water, and they looked.
I just
Like,
mean
very
it's not
capable.
like first if you ever dove before. Like I'm
No,
just
I
gonna
want to do that one that I
go
think it was
here.
Chantel that told about where you could just like float on the surface over it. You're like, wow, look at that. Then you float on to the next one, and you just are floating like that one.
I
could
forget
do.
which one I was talking about. with
It was
that.
in warm water, and you're just like,
Yeah.
there it
Oh, I
is.
think
So then,
No, that was the Australia one I think I did where
oh, maybe it's
yes,
yours. Okay.
the woman was
Oh well,
potentially
it didn't end good. but-
no. But I think
Where,
it was
you
like
know,
the
that
current. You
bad
ended with the
thing
currents.
happens.
You'd have
Yeah.
to go
Mhm.
along the ship with the current.
And you're just
because-
like-
Oh, but I think there was another one too where the Atlantis of Japan is kind of the same thing, where it's
Oh,
kind of like right there
yes.
too, where you can just kind of like, oh, I can see it from above, or I can dive a little deeper and be like in it.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to go inside anything underwater. I'll look at
Mhm.
it from above, but I'm not gonna go down.
I would have to be trained a little bit probably to
Mhm.
go to this depth.
Well, that's a good point. This is me having no training at all, knowing how dangerous it is. So with some training, and you hold my hand the whole time, maybe I would.
Yeah, and this is a lake, so I'd feel safer than the ocean.
Yeah. Although lakes
So-
are pretty.
They are.
Yes, but I
but
agree.
I'm
not
like-
as scary.
I'm not going to be eaten by a shark, so that makes me feel better.
Are there
not
freshwater
that-
sharks? Did we ever cover this?
No. Not
I think
in
there
our
are, but
lakes.
not in our lakes.
Okay. Then we're okay.
And I love sharks, but I'm not as brave as I think Chantel would be for swimming with them.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm
she'd love
down.
Yes, yeah. Maybe little sharks.
I've already swam with a couple. I mean, it was in a very safe environment, but yeah, I would do it again for sure.
Yeah. So that checks
Yeah.
out.
Well, the good news is this ship is a historical landmark now, so it is protected as of March 21st, 2007. And of course, it is also considered a grave site, so we show
Mhm.
respect for these locations, even though they're underwater. You could go to my next photo, you can see the exact site of the wreck. So it's,
I
and
was
it's on Google
forgetting,
Maps because
like,
it is a
Look how
historical
close
landmark.
you are to
Mhm.
Milwaukee. Like that's.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just off the coast of Milwaukee there. So that Two Rivers I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
they were going from like that area up there
Mhm.
to Chicago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, usually like northern parts of Michigan and then
Mhm.
going down to Chicago. Milwaukee was also a pretty big port too, but their destination was Chicago.
Okay.
It's kind of wild how I'm sure it's not like exact, but it looks fairly close to the shore, and the
Yes.
waters were that bad that it still managed to
Yeah.
sink the ship. Like that is just scary.
I know probably in general they did stay close to the shore to
I would imagine.
avoid the severe parts of the storm. So
Although I wonder, like, I mean, obviously waves break at shore, like, in terms of like they get their biggest
Hmm.
swells. So I wonder if in the middle, I mean, obviously they're the experts. So this must have been safer. It's just sad to see how they weren't like in the middle of this big, grand open area. They're
Yeah.
close to land and they still sunk
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that that ship was really old
way
and
down. Oh, that too.
it wasn't in the best shape. And being weighed down, of course, and then the storm, it was just a
Yeah,
perfect storm.
everything
Yeah,
everything
had
went
everything
wrong.
coming together. So, yeah, it was probably numerous factors. But I think given that, her Captain Herman was doing it for so many years, he probably
I'm sure he's been
Playing
through
the
similar
odds.
storms.
yeah, did the best that they could have. The crew was used to doing these type of trips, but just too many factors against them.
Mm-hmm.
So I have more of a positive note to kind of
Right, you said it was
finish
going to end
this
well.
on.
Okay.
Yes.
So far,
So
it's not great.
this is
Yeah.
cool. Today, the Christmas tree tradition lives on with a reenactment of the Rouse Simmons all those years
Cute.
ago. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Mackinac does like a full Christmas tree reenactment of this, and they donate those trees to families in need across Chicago. So I
I
thought that was
love
really
this.
sweet.
Lindsay, you have to go this year.
It's this weekend coming, or
What?
next weekend. So I'm gonna try to actually go.
You have to. Even
Amazing.
just to like take some creepy long distance photos, like something.
Yeah, I think they have like a special donor event the day before, because that's when the ship like arrives with has the trees on it, and then the following day they have it open to everyone, so they offload the trees.
That's so
So I'll get
nice.
into it. So this was started around 25 years ago. It's
Whoa.
run by the Chicago Christmas Ship Commission, so it's just donor run or donor funded and run by volunteers. And their mission is to give families a Chicago tree that might not be able to have one otherwise, like I said. So there's lots of local groups like the Sea Cadets, like what is what
Shriners.
there's yeah, it's like yeah, volunteer teens that will help
Yeah.
unload those trees. And the commander of the Mackinac, Jeanette Green, she's kind of taken on the official
A
like
woman?
Santa woman, Mrs. Claus, maybe,
I would call her
Um,
Miss Evergreen.
I love that. So she has shared that's just such a special honor to do what the crew of the Rouse Simmons did so many years ago. They will stop for a moment of silence along the wreck site as well on the way for like a memory
Wait, so they
of.
actually go up like to northern Michigan to get
Yeah, I guess they
trees.
pick up the trees and they bring them. So like
Wow.
they
So
do
they are
that.
really committing to like
Yeah.
the
Committing to
wow.
the bit.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
If the weather's bad though, do they just wait and push it to
It is the
following
Coast Guard cutter
weekend?
ship, so I assume it's
a little bit
pretty
more sturdy.
stable
Yeah.
than a wooden sail ship. But yeah,
Fair,
I'm
fair.
sure they
Just
wouldn't
a
risk
bit.
lives over it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it looks like, yeah, this year it will be held on December 6th. So I will attempt to go if I can. It does
Girl,
conflict
you
with
got
my
you-
daughter's dance class, but maybe she'll skip
Okay.
it.
Well, I mean, don't skip the dance class if you don't have to, but
Well,
like just grab her, run down,
yeah.
get a free tree, go home.
Well,
Well-
it's already, they're going to families in need.
Yeah.
You need a tree.
Okay.
Give them
Okay,
some money.
Yes.
We're not taking trees out of the hands
No, I'm
of
not
other
going to be
families
taking a
who
tree.
can't afford a
But
tree.
I will, if I can go and take some pictures of happy families getting trees, I will.
Trees would be
Yes.
awesome. And also, if you can remember, see if there's like a link, and I'll see if they take like donations or something.
Well, I was just going to get to that. So, well, first of all, look at my
Perfect.
next photo, because this is the Coast Guard cutter ship with the trees on board. You can see people
my
waiting.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
in the
pier.
back.
so many people.
Wow.
So yeah, isn't that's like good turnout? It looks like
It's a
so.
huge crowd. Oh my God, that's so nice that people,
yeah.
and I mean, I know that not everyone can have a real tree, and
Mhm.
they're, messy and pets and all that stuff, but to have a real tree in your home, it just is very whimsical. So that's
Yeah, it's very
great.
special, very
It is.
nostalgic.
Yeah.
We used to have real trees when I was little, and
Yeah,
I
so,
kind of wanted to do that
my
at
mom
some
never
point.
did, but my dad always had a real tree. Oh my gosh, look on
Mhm.
top of the ship. There's more trees up there, all wrapped
Yeah.
up and ready to go.
I know. I just think it's so sweet, and especially that like there's youth volunteering to
Yeah.
help out with this. Very special.
Mhm.
If you're interested in learning more, you can visit christmasship.org. And if you would like to donate, their site says that 100% of the proceeds go towards purchasing trees for deserving families. So you can go find that on the website, and I'll link it on our webpage as well at coastfiles.com and our references. So you'll be able to check it out if you would like.
We should definitely donate too as a podcast.
Yes.
Put some money towards it.
Yeah, I feel like the donations, when I clicked on it, it started at like $100. So
Oh, well,
that's a little more. Maybe there's a way to donate other sums. Because,
okay, we're gonna
you know,
investigate, because I'm sure
we'll
that if
investigate.
they're looking for donations, there's not normally like a minimum. It's like just anything you want. So
yeah, I'm
we'll
sure
look
like
into
if I'm
that.
like, hey, can we give you $25? They would be like, sure.
Of course, that's a quarter of a tree.
Exactly. Because back then, when Captain Herman would sell them, they were around 50 cents to $1 per
Oh
tree.
my God. That's crazy.
Wait, what
Yeah.
is that now? Because I
The
need
place
to...
across the street sells them for $100 to $200 a tree.
Oh
here.
my
Sorry,
God.
that's insane. Actually,
That's why
Yeah.
families can't afford them.
I
these
mean,
days.
this is like a bougie place that we live near. It's like this nursery. It's really well known here and everything. But yeah, I know, because we went over one day and we were like, let's just see how much they charge.
No.
And I was like, nope, not buying from there. That's for sure.
Do you remember we got a real tree, Chantal?
Mm-hmm.
Probably my last Christmas in Toronto, and I think we got it for like $30 because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
small, and it was like, I don't know, like some type of like the runt of the litter. Like they're like,
Yeah,
fine.
I think there was like some gaps in it too or something. And we were just
Yeah.
like, we'll give you this much. And they were like, okay. Like,
Yeah, it was like our money from our recyclables. I think we're like, this is
yeah,
the money we
normally
have.
that's what we did. Yeah.
okay. If I'm reading this right, this can't be right, because I know that inflation. Like I use this like bank thing, and I know this is not right. It says $1 in 1914, because that's when it starts. I can't go back to 1912. Would cost $27 right now. That can't be right.
Well,
$1
to
to
be fair, it's
27?
only been in the last like 20 years that I feel like real Christmas tree prices have just skyrocketed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was a kid, they weren't crazy expensive. I'll have to
Oh,
ask
but
my
they were
parents what we paid.
but they probably have been about $20-$30 for a long time.
Yeah, they used to be
So I feel like this
definitely
should
under
be more,
50. So
100%.
Well, and this other
anyway.
one says that $1 in 1913 is worth $32 in 2025.
Because
So-
this is just like a bank with inflation, but like purchasing power is so different. So that's a different. Like, yeah, the one that you found,
Yeah.
that's the one that I wanted to kind of get. Long story short, trees have gone up in price just regardless. So
right, I'm sure if you go to maybe like a little local place, I don't know, you could get one for maybe $50. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
But-
the lowest that I've seen is $60, which is why I'm always like, should I just buy like a tree, but then we like the idea of having a real tree.
just
and then-
get like a small real tree if that's at
and
all
then I
possible.
hum and haw about it for so long that I'm like, it's too late
too
for me
late.
to buy a tree.
You could always get a
bother with
wreath
putting it up
because you could support
they
like a
smell
little
good.
local business who makes the wreaths, and then you have that
Well,
scent
there's
in your
actually,
house
like-
without commitment.
I gotta go check what the other place is, because there's the like kind of famous nursery that's there, and then there's this other nursery that's across the street that also owns the weed shop, and they sometimes
Okay.
sell like the wreaths and stuff like that. But normally they're kind of around the same price, maybe about like a $10 difference. So maybe I'll see how much their trees are this year.
You
But-
keep us posted, because I
Yeah.
would love for you to have a a real tree if you want one.
Yeah,
Or
I would
a
love
real
that for you
wreath.
too.
I got
I'm
my
definitely gonna
base.
get a wreath.
It's
if I
ready.
can.
just the base.
I just have the base. It's ready for the tree. I don't know. Maybe I'll put like our sriracha bottle on it or something. And
Ring green.
I did blow up the
Yes.
sriracha. I did decorate the sriracha bottle one year with lights.
I think I remember that. You
and-
wrapped it
yeah.
in lights.
Yeah. And I
That's
put a little
cute.
Santa hat on top of it.
Perfect.
So to close us out, I wouldn't be complete. It wouldn't be Coast Files if I didn't have a little ghost story.
Oh,
I did not see this
So-
coming.
I know,
neither.
surprise! Merry Christmas! You get a ghost story. Just a little one. So it is said that on Christmas you can see the spectral image of the schooner out on the water, and sometimes you can hear its bells. The ghost of the Rouse Simmons delivering trees, maybe in spirit form. But
Wow.
it will appear and vanish without a trace, even though you can hear bells off in the distance. So
Sleigh bells.
this is you hear those sleigh bells ring.
Bells ring-a-ling,
Except it's a ghost.
ring-a-ling.
Yeah. So that seems pretty spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Another eerie thing that happened before its final voyage was apparently there was rats on board and they were leaving the ship, which is a sign of a bad omen if even the rats don't want to stay
Damn.
there. Yeah. So some sailors apparently didn't even board the Rouse Simmons on that last voyage because of that reason. Like it's just bad omen. So
I hope that that's
Ooh.
true because that is very creepy.
yeah. Yeah. So I could believe that there's, some negative energy there, or like maybe not negative. I just,
Well, yeah, it doesn't seem
sad
negative. It
energy.
just seems like that. You know how we all are big fans of
Mm-hmm.
Final Destination. That fate had it set out that, sorry guys, this is going to be your last trip, and animals and babies and children just can pick up
That
on that.
intuition is there, and
And so the rats were like, well, this ship has been marked to be taken off, so let's
Yeah.
also take off.
yeah. So maybe if you are in Wisconsin on Christmas, you might
Let us know.
see the ghostly image of the Rouse Simmons.
Oh my gosh.
But either way, even though it met its tragic end in a horrible way, I love that its memory lives on and it's still supporting the families of Chicago and having a great Christmas with
That's
the
so
tree, which we
sweet.
now know is actually very expensive. So
Yeah.
imagine like families who really, that's tough to make that expense on top of buying presents, especially this
Well,
time
and
of year.
Yeah.
even if just as a family, you get your tree, you decorate it, like that is just
Mhm.
like that's what kids really remember is all those little things.
Yeah.
Like they may not remember the presents years from now, but they're gonna remember all those little things you do together as a family. So that is so nice
Yeah,
that
those
people still get to do that.
traditions mean so
Big
much
time.
more.
That's what kids remember.
Right. Of course, kids probably want a present or two, but yeah, my best memories are like making Christmas cookies or
Yeah.
that decorating that tree was always so much fun. And now I get to like see my kids
Do it with your
that.
kids.
So yeah, although I'm like, don't touch the breakable ones. I'm like,
And also don't put that ornament there because the colors clash. So
I
they have
know.
to
Well, I
be
have some
perfectly
breakable ones
spaced.
that if they broke, I'd be okay. But like my little robot from Chantel, I'm like, yeah, you guys
Whoa.
aren't touching that.
That
No,
goes
don't-
high on the tree.
It
Way
does.
high.
It's way up there. So
Yeah.
we actually have Batman on top of our tree instead of an angel. But Batman.
Yes.
Oh,
watches
yes, I
over.
remember that. Yes.
I have a
Yeah.
zombie on mine.
I love it. So
So cute.
that is the story of the Christmas tree ship. So
Well, I'm glad we didn't make that into a quick one because, yeah, that's so much
no,
better
it was
to know the actual.
It was so much more.
And sad but nice. Like I mean,
Yeah.
if you are a captain on a ship, that is just one of the major risks. But it's just so nice that
Mhm.
he had such a good reputation just for being a good person,
Mhm.
and the fact that inspired them to keep doing this like all these years after.
Yeah, I think they like brought it back about 25 years ago.
Mhm.
His daughter did it for a while until like the 30s, and maybe they just got older or
like-
stopped. But
But again, it just keeps like it
yeah.
inspiring a new group every couple of decades. So
Mhm.
Yes.
that's fantastic. And I would love, like, no pressure, but if you can get down there, that would be so cool. Like, it'd be a total full circle
I
moment. to
definitely
have
I will
photos.
try to make it down there. I really want to see this and witness it.
Yeah.
So I didn't even
And
know
if
this
not,
happened. I can't
We'll
believe
we'll see if we can kind of donate. But I mean, like, I can't give $100. Like,
Yeah, we'll make it our goal for
that's
next year to donate.
Not this
to
time
the
of year,
Christmas tree ship.
unfortunately.
Yeah, not-
yeah. Goal for next year. I like that.
Yes.
But that was great. Great
Yeah.
story. And, it was such a classic. It was like a classic Lindsay story, but also you made it festive. So, like, how'd you do that?
And
Yeah.
not all tragedy. So
Not all
Yay.
tragedy.
A little
Still lots.
you're
Yeah.
welcome. Christmas tree miracle. A Christmas
Yeah.
miracle for you guys.
Christmas miracle. We're not bawling our eyes out. Okay, good.
No.
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you. That was great. We appreciate it. And next week will be a short one for us, but it'll still be fun. The next 2 weeks, we're kind of taking
Yes.
some holidays for ourselves as well. But we have some fun things coming for you guys
Right.
for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
I can't believe it's like coming up so fast.
I know.
Now we say it's gonna be
I know.
shorter, but
I know,
knowing us,
well,
who knows?
Okay,
Might
our
be a full length.
intentions are short to give me and Lindsay a
Yes.
break on editing. But we'll see what happens once a couple drinks start happening.
And also, like,
So-
we're friends and, like, we just talk
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
just try and
It
we
just
just can't
happens.
not.
Yeah.
We
So,
can't. We love each other.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, okay?
Sorry.
Sorry about it. Well, again, awesome job. Thank you.
Yes.
Love you all.
See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening today. We loved having you. If you liked the episode, share with your friends, family, or anyone who would enjoy it. Also, take a moment to review our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Leaving us a like or comment really helps. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, please visit our coffee page at www.ko-fi.com/coastfiles. Email us at coastfilespod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at coastfilespod, or visit our website at www.coastfiles.com. You can find the sources for today's episode on our website. See you next week with a new episode.